Alright, and now I have got some reds so that we can get through these barriers.
And then put the reds back together where they belong.
Yeah, the reds don't really...
They're not
outside
extremely
of...
convenient to have
Outside
around.
of... Right. Outside of moments where they force you to use reds, reds are my least favorite. Or, not reds are my least favorite. Reds are my least favorite, and outside of moments where they force you to use them, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I tried using them, actually, pretty extensively, and found no joy in it, so...
Especially since it's kind of hard for you to, like... well, aside from specifically placing them in a place with the
Yes.
what's
Well,
they will
here's
just...
the biggest problem. Their shots don't lead very well. Like, they do lead. Oh, hold on. Look at these perfectly innocent townsfolk. Couldn't be anything. You know, they're very impressed by me. I did tire myself out. I'm feeling exhausted. Okay. Alright, now! They're ready to fight me. Very ineffectually.
And now there's such an ambush.
Oh no.
Much scare.
But here's what I'm really weirded out about. If anyone is still watching this series, tell me in the comments below, what's the plot of this area? Because I have played through this, and you'll see that in a few segments, Nico. I don't understand that. I thought that it was the plague that was turning people into zombies, you know? And I didn't think that they were evil and cognizant at that point. They were just plagued out zombies. So, is something controlling? I don't get it.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. And I
thought that the plot of this area was that that lady that Rose is jealous about was getting married to that loopy-eyed prince.
Yes. But these aren't zombies. These are just guys that talk threateningly to you. Okay. Thanks. I expected them to be zombies, but they weren't.
Out there. But at our end, the drinks are still cold. Our beer will take you halfway to heaven, and I'm sure you will find something in here to show you the rest of the way.
Those busts.
And what could this be? The same fat guy? He's dead also, for some reason. And there's a red-cloaked stranger running away in there.
The red mage from Magica.
Yes. Very much so. But I think we should go follow him. What do you think?
Nah, let's just stay here. Nothing bad can happen unless you do something.
That's pretty true. Unless you trigger the events, I'm pretty sure nothing bad ever happens. Yeah, there's no other ways to go down this corridor. You don't need. But I guess I'm gonna go out here.
He could have hidden in the barrel.
Yes.
Or this barrel. You have to check all of them.
You know what? I should check all of them. And you can hear the townsfolk are basically saying, "Oh no, our good paladin guy, he's been corrupted and he's got some sort of to satisfy his devious desires."
And they're
And
all
also
copies
everyone's
of
really
each
drunk.
other.
What?
Just with different clothes.
Yep, the same guy. In fact, many of them have the exact same clothes and are standing right next to each other. But it's fine. It's fine. They only had a few models. If you pay attention to this game, the corners they cut are very evident.
Yeah, but I remember there was this one
Also,
game, Sweet
giant
Code.
muskrat blood.
Aww.
What were you saying about stuff?
I was saying that in Suikoden 5 they actually made fun of the fact that they reused so many models in the
Oh,
first
sort of
town.
like in Pokemon where they have Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny.
And no, like you go to a bar and there is like there's just so many identical models of the guy wearing a red shirt, and they were like, so today is a red shirt day, and you get a discount if you're wearing a red shirt, and this is why there are we didn't have tight budgets.
Hey, they could have done that here. We're in a bar.
Exactly.
But there's it's actually an inn, I guess. And there's something. Oh, I knocked something off. Sorry. There's something terrible going on here with this red cloaked stranger and tons of
all of the other red cloak strangers.
Welcome to the Order of the Red Dawn. Do enjoy your stay.
The Order of the Red Dawn is where we are, apparently.
Now,
And I guess these
which
are
way
members
did
of
he
the Order of
go?
the Red Dawn.
Spoil sport.
And they've got their knives out, they're running. They look like they're gonna fight us, but no. That's just their running animation. They can't run without pulling their knives out. And
Of
she's
course
mad at
she
us.
of course she has a chest window.
Yes, well, that's kind of the thing. And she thinks I'm spoiling a lot of sport. And I'm like, I don't really get what's going on here, I guess. Because they're acting like they're gonna fight me, but they aren't. So... But they are still blocking the way.
Which is even worse.
Yeah, I mean, it does impede your progress more than if they were to fight you, so...
Exactly. If they were going to fight you, you
Also,
could
I don't know if you
actually...
noticed from that angle, but all my minions got masks from a box, and now they're all just wearing masks.
Aww. Oh, really? They really are.
Mm-hmm. And now we get the best part, escorting back to a teleport pad.
You know,
So
I feel they
Go
could
ahead.
have actually improved. Fucking hell.
But this is where I remembered that you can kick NPCs, which doesn't kill them, pushes them out of the way.
Not really, because he's still in the way.
Yes, but it does move them at least.
Mm-hmm.
And minions can set things down on their toes, which I think is neat. And now we can go up to 25, which is good, because we're about, as you might have guessed from the horde of muskrats, we're about to fight some very numerous opponents. So having more minions will be good. And plus we've got 4 different types now, so...
Yeah, it will make things easier.
Mm-hmm. And...
What the hell is up with this order? They're just like out of fucking nowhere.
Oh, yeah, it sort of makes sense, but it not really still. So once again, we're spoiling some sport in here.
Like them running.
So the
as-
idea here, it's not explicitly stated, but they were fucking that cheap. I'm sorry to tell you this, Nico. They were fucking that cheap, and we busted in on them and ruined their fun.
Which is why they pulled out their knives immediately, but then they decided to not be so suspicious, so they hit them.
Well, yeah, you gotta understand, they can't run without pulling out their knives. It's impossible.
Except
But
for
that guy
one, which
apparently is an enemy because as soon as you start turning that wheel, he's mad at you.
And now all of them are mad at you.
Without really a dialogue or an explanation, but yes, they're all mad at you, and they don't tell us why. Maybe I missed a trigger, but I wasn't like
And that one lady
flipping
isn't...
through the wall
Okay,
or doing anything weird. But
I was gonna say that one lady wasn't mad at you, but then... Because
no,
she was
She just wasn't showing it, you know. She's like a reverse tsundere.
I do love how they show their legs when they run.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, how
yeah,
would
there you can see the masquerade masks that they're all wearing.
I mean, how would you know How would you know which one of these?
She's my lady. No one is to disturb Her Majesty when she's with Sir William.
Okay.
So William the Paladin has fallen from grace with a succubus queen, eh?
Now,
Stop! Our queen does
as soon as you start turning this, these guys get mad at you too, because no one's supposed to disturb.
She must have
No one's supposed to disturb.
party.
And I
They're
had to recall them off the
hilarious.
wheel so that they wouldn't just sit there trying to, which they do anyway, because when you're sweeping them, they think that that's a good idea. But it's okay, because we get life force from killing them, and then more come through when we. Okay, whatever. They're very weak, actually. They're not like an order of assassins. This is not actually Assassin's Creed.
I mean, they're not even white, so you know, it's already doesn't
Yeah, you're
count.
But rather than go the obvious direction, I wanted to look around and see what's up. And plus, I didn't have a full 25 minions, so good to find a spawn point.
Get some reds, have them killed again.
And get all the gold that we can, which very soon is actually
Will
useful.
be important.
Because there's stuff you can't do.
Oh,
Like
one of
it's
them
not.
is made out of a
There's
hand.
nothing essential to the plot that
adorable.
requires gold. What's up?
Like one of the hands of the tourney thing was actually made out of a human hand.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't even notice. But yeah, there's nothing plot essential that needs gold. It's just like extra dialogue and cutscenes. And here's the succubus queen, and some sort of statue, which might have been explained at some point. But they said the succubus queen was with Sir William, and I don't see any Sir William around, just the succubus queen. Also, the succubus queen, as far as I can tell, is just the same as any
As
succubus.
the enemy succubus, so she just wastes your time.
Yeah, pretty much, actually. This is a very boring fight. There's a better loadout to have when you're doing this, but, you know, I didn't know what I was going to be doing. And here's where the center of massing really gets messed up, because they're, like, very split up. Trying to get them to go towards someone. Really, I should just locked onto her and then ordered them all to her. That would have been a far better way of doing this. But you know, hindsight is 2020. Also, that was me ordering them all to attack her, and the camera being excellent. Yeah, and usually she charms people and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really just a waste of time. The best thing to do for this, and almost every fight, is just to have greens, and that's pretty much all you need for any boss or semi-boss fight. They're the
But
best.
there wasn't a green spawn point anywhere near.
There wasn't
so-
a green spawn point anywhere around, and I didn't know that I'd be fighting this fight. I was just sort of wandering about.
At the very least, you did pick up the reds, which can hit her when she's in the air.
And the spot I have them put at, they can,
Hit her
Hit her-
most of the times.
yeah, most of the time. And you know, it's not too long. But it's not really a boss fight. It's just a slightly tankier version. Like you can see, I didn't really lose anyone.
No, she doesn't do damage. She just wastes your time.
Which it really makes her the worst villain of all.
Was going to marry. Well,
So,
she's my sister Velvet.
killing the succubus queen stopped the spread of the plague, it just said. Oh yes, and sorry, Rose's sister is who the paladin is marrying.
Velvet's in it up to her silly little neck.
But to go back to what I was saying before that, killing the succubus queen stopped the plague. I have questions. How? Why? Also, can they not get through because it can't fit through the... What's going on here? Okay. They figured it out.
Questionable pathfinding.
I don't know what this is or what its significance is, but killing the succubus queen stopped the plague. Why? How? What was the succubus queen doing that would have encouraged zombies to be about? Evil zombies? Why would a succubus queen who needs to like sap the life of the living, like was she sapping their life and they were turning into zombies? But
Maybe
that
that's
doesn't
like the only
explain
that's like the only
what.
thing I can think of, because otherwise, like, why would succubus even want there to be zombies? There's no life force to suck from
Right,
them.
right. And if you, I forget if we actually recorded that. But there was the guy in the refugee camp who just like he's coughing, he's sick, and then he just turns into a zombie, which doesn't really make sense. But anyway,
You won't take them. They're ours.
long story short, most important thing that we've just learned is he has a human hand. That's his weapon. Okay. But yeah, the most important thing we just learned is that Velvet is the sister of Rose.